So I was on Amazon the other day and I ran across the most elaborate wire strippers I've ever seen. So I wanted to give them a try and see, do they actually have some features that I would like to add to my standard Knipex hybrid strippers that I've been using for years and years. So we need to start at the basics, and that is wire stripping. If this can't do wire stripping, the other 17 functions really don't matter. So I'll use the hot black 12 gauge and we'll strip off that wire, and then I'll do side by side with the Knipex on the white neutral, doing the 12 gauge as well. Now technically the 18-1 only have a 10 and 12 gauge slot, but I also want to do just a crimp test here on the bare copper to make sure the hole is the right size, and we have quite a bit of wire damage there from the 18-1. But again, to be fair, let's go ahead and do that with the Knipex to see, and we have no damage. So it will strip the wire, but it will also damage the wire. So not a great start, and just know when you damage that copper, that creates a hot spot and can be a future failure point for your wiring. So that's why it's so critical to not damage your wire when you're stripping it. So you can see we got a small little razor blade right there, and then this roller, and that is to actually cut off the sheathing for Romex, or at least that's the idea. So let's go ahead and try it out with this Romex here. Place it in the center. Run it down the Romex, and honestly, it worked really well. Now, will it get dull really fast? And the biggest issue I see in this is a more practical cutting of the sheathing is when you're in a junction box and you got to actually reach back with a razor blade to cut off the sheathing to get to your conductors and your bare ground. In this case, you're not going to be able to get the wire strippers back in that junction box to cut back the sheathing within that inch of it entering the box. So although this is really cool, I'm not sure how handy it actually is. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. So let's go back to all of our different functions. The lure open loop at the top, grasp and unscrew. Not even sure what a lure open loop is, but let's say grasp and unscrew are functions of pliers, so it can do that. Wire stripping, it will strip the wires, but we saw it damages. The spanner or the wrench we just tested out, it's okay. Line cutting, this is the first of two dangerous features that I actually do not want on my wire strippers. So why I say that is because the line cutting is actually just a blade on the outside of your wire strippers. It is a cutting edge, so if you're ever using these and something slips and you accidentally go against your finger or your hand, you could easily gouge yourself or cut yourself open as you have a cutting surface, blade or knife on the exterior of your wire strippers, which most people would not expect, and I am not a huge fan of. I will leave my cutting to my razor blade, and I will leave it off my wire strippers. So what about this function? They actually called this I think wind thread in. The name is way off. So let's say we want to bring together a bunch of bare grounds. Maybe we have a multi-gang box or a bunch of neutrals in a light switch box, and we want to go ahead and pre-twist those to be ready to bring in a wire nut on top. You could use that to kind of twist all those together, and then you'd kind of cut those a little bit more clean. And then you kind of have your pre-twist, put your wire nut on. That's okay, but actually there is a better way by that example of a product I found on Amazon years ago, which I have used ever since, and there's a new one that solves this problem. So that product you've seen me talk about many times in the past, and that is our lever nuts, Wago 221 lever nuts. By far the best wire connector, 2-wire, 3-wire, inline splice, and a 5-wire. So the 5-wire could solve the problem we just showed, where you do not need to twist those all together and you have expansion, but sometimes you actually went past the 5-wire. Well, there's a new product. Looks like a 5-wire, but ta-da, it is actually all the way up to a 10-wire lever nut. So you're not really going to ever come into an instance where you need to bring in more wires than this. You can leave some holes open, no problem, and you do not have to do any of that pre-twisting. You'll see a link in the description. You can get small little sample boxes like this from Pepi products, which we've worked for years and years and years. And they just have these nice little starter kits, get you the 2, 3, and your 5-wire, so you're up and running with everything you need. Now let's go over one more critical feature any wire stripper should have, and that's the ability to trim off bolts. Let's see if this one can actually do it, or if it's, again, just kind of a gimmick. Now on our Knipex, you can see 8-32 and 6-32. Those are the two common size of machine screws you'll be using in electrical. And this would be a 8-32. This would be most commonly used for some mounting on junction box. You need the ability to trim those down, especially in that fan application. So we would pass through on this Knipex. On some wire strippers, you'll thread that in. That helps to keep the threads clean. But the Knipex usually don't have any issue with that, even without threading that through. This being the end result, and you see that's pretty clean cut there and fairly straight across the threads, which you're going to want, or you can't get that threaded in. Now our handy dandy 18-1, we are not going to be able to do the larger screws. Those are not going to fit within the bolt cutters on theirs. So let's go down to the smaller one, the 6-32. Now this is going to be most common with your light switches and your outlets. Your mounting screws are 6-32. Let's see what we got with this guy. The thing is, when you do press and cut it, it wants to bring that machine screw cockeyed, which is not good, because that is going to result in cutting at an angle. The threads aren't too damaged, but cutting at an angle is not something that you're going to want in your wire strippers. So let's do a fair comparison. Let's see if these cut at an angle. That keeps it pretty straight. The tried and true Knipex. So 6-32, these guys will cut, but not very successfully. And I would say nowhere near the capabilities of the forged Knipex. Now, what about that last feature? Check out that green LED. You will not believe what they say that is used for and what you should do, which I'm not even going to do. I will just show you because I think it's so dangerous. So on the other side, we have some additional tools, a Phillips head and screwdriver. How useful are those? It actually even has like a little hook razor blade, a little dangerous there. Those go back in the handle, but this handle is a voltage tester. Now let's baseline. A voltage tester is a non-contact voltage tester, right? All plastic, even the probe itself covered in plastic, and it detects voltage in your light switches, in your outlets, your circuit breaker panel. I like these. Some people don't like these. They prefer multimeters to get an actual voltage reading. But I think these are very handy for homeowners, even though sometimes if you're not careful, you can get a false negative or false positive, which could be dangerous, but not anywhere close as dangerous as the voltage tester that they actually built into this side of the handle. Now, if we look at the literature online, it is actually said it's a contact voltage tester. So per this emergency scenario, you would actually touch the live wire to the metal part of your wire strippers. And if that circuit is live, you will get a red LED in the handle and audible alarm. The other thing they might not tell you is now the whole metal part of your wire strippers, which is the huge part of the wire strippers, is now also live. So the chances of you touching that metal part and not on the insulated handle, or if you're in a circuit breaker panel, for you to contact a neutral or a ground and short something out is very, very high. So this is a terrible idea, and let me know in the comments. I've never even seen suggestion of such a thing. A multimeter, we do contact live circuits, but the probe is tiny. It is not a huge metal body, which now will be live with that circuit. So I would say, even though the sheathing tool I kind of like, overall this thing is a huge dud, and by far my Knipex hybrid wire strippers are what I'm sticking with. Let me know down in the comments, did you like any of those features? Would you use any of those features? Obviously the contact voltage tester is a terrible idea. No one should use that.